3 weeks of fun film breakdowns, and then we got to talk about this one. What is up, Finn fans? So, this one might be a little long. I'm going to try not to. I'm not going to try to dwell on the plays too much. I notice sometimes I kind of overanalyze or kind of get too deep in on them. I got a few plays, few being a lot of plays on here. But the thing I noticed while sitting here watching the film, first and foremost, the offensive line played bad. Even before the Toronto Armstead went out, Liam Eichenberg's he's not a starting offensive lineman. Look at this picture. That's Liam Eichenberg trying to block one of the Buffalo Bills. What is he doing in this picture? I don't know. He ain't blocking though. And there's a lot of things that happened in this game that kind of coincided with the downfall, because at one point it was back and forth and back and forth. The Bills scored a touchdown, then the Dolphins scored a touchdown, then the Bills scored a touchdown, then the Dolphins scored a touchdown. It was 14-14. Then the Bills scored a touchdown. We punted, and then they scored another touchdown. So all of a sudden they're up, and then incomplete. And then they scored another and then all of a sudden that's where the wheels fell off. Armstead went out. We're getting nothing. And we're going to look at all that. But the offensive line was horrible. The defense was confused at some points. But again, no pressure. Allowed Josh Allen to run around back there like a chicken with his head cut off, which I told you guys they cannot let that happen, because he will make plays like I will show you. The first read narrative for Tua, some of the plays he just completely poo-pooed it, because some people think that in this game they took away his first read and that's where he struggled. I'll show you plays where that's not true. Coverage sack. One of the AVG sacks was a coverage sack, which is surprising to me. Josh Allen was in the pocket for like 5 seconds, and finally AVG got in and sacked him. And then finally, Kader Kohou had an off day. I'm not saying that Kader Kohou is the best corner in the NFL. He definitely did struggle, but there's a play. Kader Kohou, for the past last year and the past 3 weeks, was very good at making open field tackles. And Stephon Diggs was in that man's head. And I'll show you those plays. So without further ado, minimize myself. I think I'm going to keep myself back here since the play is going this way. And then when the play goes, since the play is going this way, and then when the play goes this way, I'm just going to flip myself over the other side. So we're going to start here with the Kader Kohou pass he gives up to Stephon Diggs here. It's a little bit of an out route, and this is where it kind of starts, where Stephon Diggs starts to get into the head of Kader Kohou. But I will say this. I will give some props to James Cook here. If he doesn't pick up this blitz, and it's funny, this is the like third or fourth play. A lot of people are like, I need to see more blitzing out of Vic Fangio. This is the first series. This is for 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line. This is the first series, maybe like 2 minutes into the game. If James Cook doesn't pick up this blitz, Josh Allen's getting blasted. And I'm going to show you that right now. Boom, right there. See how he picked it up? And then an out route. And that, to me, is kind of where you could see he started getting his head. But right here, right? That right there saved Josh Allen, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We blitzed both linebackers. Vic Fangio was blitzing against Buffalo. I don't know where this thought of that he wasn't blitzing, but he was. But right here, just enough time for him to drop back a little bit more and throw it. If he didn't get tripped up by that, he would have blasted him. But you can see here Kader Kohou kind of struggling with the windmill arms, staying with him, even grabbing him a little bit. Right there, that's when you're just thinking to yourself, if you're Kader, oh God, this is going to be a long day, isn't it? And it started to take its toll on him. Now, this is the touchdown pass, their first touchdown pass here. And this one's on Justin Bethel. Justin Bethel is right chair. It's going to be a little bit of a move. You're going to have the wide receiver coming over this way. Josh Allen's going to pump fake to the wide receiver, which then is going to make Justin Bethel bite, and as he bites, the wheel route is going to get open. And then he's going to try to catch up to him, and he can't do it. He bites hard, and that's not even his assignment. Pumps, bites, there goes Davis up the field. It's on Justin Bethel. So again, this is all about players. This is about the personnel on the field. Does that happen with Jalen Ramsey? I don't know. You got X over here, you got Cater down here, and you got Bethel. I don't know if that's Jalen Ramsey or if that's Cater in the slot. Does that happen? I don't know. But the pump here is what forced him to come down. You'll see it. Pump. See how he started running down for it? And then he chased him up. It's a bad play. Now we're getting on the offensive side of the ball. Now, we marched on the field, scored a touchdown on this one, but I love this play because you have two crossing routes coming across the field. I think you have the tight end. I know you have a crossing route coming over here. I don't remember who, but then you have Tyreek Hill also running a crossing route. And Tua's going to have pressure in his face, but he stays with it, and he gives himself that extra second to get the ball to Tyreek Hill and takes a hit. I don't know why people think he crumbles under pressure. You have two crossing right here. 1, 2. He stays with it because he sees this window right here where he wants to hit Tyreek. Right here. Tyreek's going to run. He's going to put the ball about right here. He sees this window that he can hit Tyreek with it. Probably should have hit him. But again, he's got a defender coming right at him. Probably should have hit him. Could have been a touchdown on this play. But again, they still scored a touchdown. It's here nor there. But gets the pass off. Beautiful pass with the pressure in his face. Love it. Absolutely love it. And again, this whole notion that he doesn't do well under pressure, he doesn't do well with pressure in his face, I don't know where that's coming from. Because some of his best throws against the Chargers were with pressure in his face. This is the touchdown. This is not touchdown run, sorry. This is a big run from Murray. And it's you can already tell because handing it off here, he's got two gaps he could hit here or here. And the Dolphins decide to engage this one. And Christian Wilkins can't get off his block. And then Murray decides to bounce it to the side. And it's just completely butt naked. No one's there. Bounces it to the outside. Hi, hey, referee. Hey, referee. Do you notice something there, referee? Because I noticed something there, referee. You know, I don't know if you are seeing what I'm seeing, Mr. Man, but I know that you're looking right here. Do you not see it, mister? Oh, you can't even see. I'm drawing on them. Some of your guys' favorite things. I'll put myself in the middle. How do you not see the giant grab? Here, I'll clean it up. Hello? What are you looking at? How do you not see the giant grab there? Still grabbing him. Oh, he's still grabbing him. That's Christian Wilkins. He grabbed him while he was falling. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. How are you not? What are you looking at, man? He's looking at the run. What are you looking at? We didn't lose because of penalties. We didn't lose because of penalties, but I didn't even notice that until I was just showing you guys the play. But they hit the wrong gap, and then they couldn't get off their blocks. Christian Wilkins couldn't get off his block because the man was trying to rip the front of his jersey off. But anyway, they scored a touchdown. But after that big run, and I noticed with their first two touchdown runs, the defense was kind of doing okay. Again, my biggest fear going into that game was our defense, but it was very methodical, dink and dunk and dink and dunk and dink. Then obviously we go down the field, score a touchdown. So we're down 14-7. I love this play. It's a 20-yard pass. It's nothing crazy, but here it shows the progression of Tua as an NFL quarterback, because here he goes through his reads real quick. and I love it. He just, I'll watch it, then we'll go back, right? Because he has the time. And shout out to Durham Smythe for giving him that time. Comes around, makes the block. Boom. First read. Not open. Kind of grabbing him. But again, hey, we're not going to get penalties. Whatever it is. We'll get penalties called on us, but not for us. Because he's grabbing the crap out of him. But whatever. Boom. Not there. Okay. I'm going to go to my next read. What's my next read over here? Boom. I got Tyreek over the middle. Schlaplow. Got it. Love the quick progression. 1, not there. 2, there it is. And throws it. Nice clean pocket. Does his thing. Boom. Gets it. Love it. That just shows to me the quick progression of Tua and how he is learning. I got to be quick. My offensive line is rarely going to give me three seconds, maybe 4 seconds if I'm ever lucky. Boom, boom, get it out. I needed to show you guys that because I love it. I'm showing you guys this play because this play was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This is when Raheem Mostert, Raheem the Dream, as I like to call him, mossed 2 Buffalo Bill defenders. Got to throw a sprinkle in of some good stuff here. And he caught it. And he caught it. I think it's my thumbnail for the recap video. You need some bright spots in it. Little end around here, right? Not really open. He's going to run his route. You got a defender here. You got Ingold coming on the inside. You got this on the outside. What down in distance was this? I apologize for it. 2nd and 9 on the Bills 49. And he's like, oh, look at this space. 2 and knows I got the accuracy. I can put it where I need to. Look at this space. But the only thing is you have the safety coming over. But he knows that safety isn't Micah Hyde. So he's like, I can fit that in there. I can fit that in there. And if he's not catching it, no one's going to catch it. Look how high up that is. And he mossed him, and he caught it. And I flipping loved it. Wanted to do a backflip. Now, this is the touchdown run to Devon Achane. And I love this play. And these are the little wrinkles and little sprinkledy dinkles that Mike McDaniel incorporates that I love. Because this is Devon Achane, and this is Tyreek Hill. Now, do they know that? Probably. But I think that the defense is looking at it and saying they got Hill in the backfield, and there's Achane. Who do we like? What are they doing? Who do we go after? And it works perfectly. And it does probably exactly what McDaniel wants him to. Because, again, it's another situation where he doesn't know who has the ball. Does Tua still have the ball, giving it to Tyreek? Because even if he does, he got 79 over here ready to block. 79? No, it's 89. Sorry, that's Hill. Julian Hill. Tyreek can take it that way. The defense bit. The other half didn't. And then you got some really good blockings from Teron Armstead here. Jalen Waddle here. And then just does his little, ping pong ball bouncing into the end zone. But I love the scheme of having them both on the field and flipping their formations to really mess with people. Absolutely love that. So we scored a touchdown there. At that point, we're tied game 14-14. Now the Bills again methodically march down the field, and then this is a touchdown pass to Stephon Diggs. And this one, there's like a couple aspects I want you guys to look at. First and foremost, let's watch the defensive line. Now, AVG. Love this man. Just makes him look silly. Good move by Josh Allen to get out of the pocket. Makes him look silly. Look at the difference. Like, do you see the difference between him, AVG, and Bradley Chubb, right? We watched AVG. He did a nice inside spin move to get inside. Something that Jalen Phillips really needs to put in his repertoire. He needs to stop trying to go to the outside, and he needs to focus on getting on the inside because he over pursues on the outside. But Bradley Chubb, get off your block. And then, okay, you're off your block. Make the sack. Like, he gets there too late, and then they hit Stephon Diggs. So now we'll watch Stephon Diggs. Now, this is a zone play. He's supposed to be covering the middle of the field. This is where his responsibility is. And he just lets him run by him. But if you watch that defense, you see AVG do that inside spin getting on the inside. And Bradley Chubb, again, just very hard to get off the his blocks. We unfortunately punt, so we're down 21-14. Yeah. I think we're down 21-14 at that point. This play is bad at the line of scrimmage. And again, if we look at it, is my apologies again, 3rd and 5 on Miami's 46. They end up punting on this one. So we punt, then they end up punting. But again, send 4. They're only keeping their natural offensive lineman in. Bradley Chubb falls to the ground. Good thing Christian Wilkins gets his hand up, but Bradley Chubb falls to the ground. But I will say this. Josh Allen is very lucky that Christian Wilkins got his hand up and smacked that ball down, because the Dolphins are only down by 7 at this point, because this is a punt after this. I want you to watch right here. It's an in route. Dawson Knox is running an in route, and this is where Josh Allen wants to throw, right? Because that's where Christian Wilkins gets his hand up. This defender notices it, and he jumps the route. In my personal opinion, and I'll stop it when the ball is released. Ball gets smacked there. Possibly could have been picked off. Possibly. I think he got a little lucky that got smacked, because maybe that defender was shooting on that ball. Possibly could have been picked off, which would have been big for the Dolphins. But again, at that point, you're down by 7. We force them to punt. So we punt, then the Dolphins answer with a punt. Then this happens. And this is the play where Teron Armstead hurts his knee. And we already heard that he's going to be out for weeks. And it gets to the point where it's just like, how much more is Teron Armstead going to play? He needs to start thinking about his mental health and his physical health, because he's constantly getting injured. And at some point, you need to have some type of life after football. But the blocking on this play is just bad. Now, Teron Armstead gets injured. I'm not going to focus too much on him. He gets someone rolled up on him, but it's the interior of the offensive line. The blocking is bad. This ends up being an incomplete pass. Now, it's thrown behind Raheem Mostert. Now, let me see. All right, drops back. Boom. No one's open. Could throw it to Braxton. It is, just to let you know, the down and distance, 3rd and 2. Could throw it to Braxton. Not open, not open, not open. Right, waiting. Now he could. Now he's looking over the middle. That's not open. Goes to throw it to Raheem Mostert, because he's at the line. They're behind him. Now, I honestly think at first I was like, oh God, what a bad throw. But I think he threw it behind him because he saw the 2 defenders coming in. But I want you guys to see something. Look at Isaiah Wynn. He's so lucky at Oliver. I think that's at Oliver. Wasn't rushing, and he dropped back into coverage. Just horrible. But then again, you look at Liam Eichenberg here and just gets bullied into him. As much as Connor Williams' snaps scare the crap out of me, that man is a top 5, top 4 blocker on the offensive line, and he needs to play versus the Giants, because the Giants have a good defensive line. And Liam Eichenberg needs to never play a down of football for the Miami Dolphins, because he's just not good. It is what it is. He just can't transfer from the college to the NFL. So Teron Armstead gets hurt. Then the Buffalo Bills get the ball back. This is 2nd and 6 from Buffalo's 45. And this is the touchdown pass to Stephon Diggs. And this is where I'm saying that Cater was just off. First, he's getting all grabby on him. And then, like, him and Brandon Jones, what was that? Because then he takes it in for a touchdown. But first and foremost, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, send a blitzer. Everyone's always falling down. These guys, 1, 2, they're all a man on a man. No one can get off their block. Nobody. Like, Emmanuel Ogbah couldn't get off his block. I think this is Bradley Chubb still being held. Like, no one could get off of their block. Josh Allen had how much time in the pocket? 1, 2, 3. Like, but this is the problem right here. Kader Kohu. I've showed you film of him being great open field tackler. What is that? And then he marches down the field for a touchdown. We're not going to look at the whole run, but at this point, the Dolphins are down 28-14. Got in his head. Completely got in his head, right? So the Dolphins are only down by 2 touchdowns. It sucks, but they're down by 2 touchdowns, and it is the second quarter. I don't even think it's the third quarter yet. Yeah, it's not the third quarter because we scored the first drive in the third quarter. So we are down 2 touchdowns, and then we fumble on the 34. So they get the ball back on the 34-yard line. This is 2nd and 11 on the Dolphins' 32-yard line, and this is AVG's sack. Now, finally, the Dolphins get some pressure. Right? Send the 4. Christian Wilkins finally gets in, forces Allen to step up, and then AVG gets off and gets the sack. But if you notice, Bradley Chubb thrown to the ground. AVG only gets the sack because he comes off of it. I don't know what to do with him anymore. I don't know what to do with Bradley Chubb anymore. He's constantly falling or getting thrown to the ground. He's constantly top heavy when it comes to his motions and stuff. I had such high hopes for Bradley Chubb, but in all honesty, against the Giants, I'm putting AVG on one side. I'm putting Jalen Phillips on the other side, the 2 speedsters, and I'm barely playing Bradley Chubb, if anything. Have him have his hand down in the ground because it's just not working. But we finally get a sack. We force him to kick a field goal. So now we are down 31-14. Still, game's not out of reach. But then it's 1st and 10 on our own 25. And here comes a sack. Now, normally, I'm thinking to myself, we'll march in the field, we'll get some points. We got the ball after the half. So I'm like, you're down by what? 17 points. If you can score a touchdown here, go into the second half, come out of it, score a touchdown, which they did, you're down 3 points. It's a game again. But the offensive line was like, suck a butt. And this is because Teron Armstead's not in there. It's just bad. And the Dolphins were trying to push the ball down the field. They were like, they're expecting some underneath stuff. They're expecting something different. Let's try to push the ball down the field. And by the time he tries to do it and he advances in the pocket, now he had this over here. He probably should have hit Braxton just to get the first down. But again, you're down 17. His thought process is we got to score quick. We only have so many times of possession. Our defense isn't stopping anything. And the offense gives up a sack. So we go into the half. We give them the ball back. They just take a knee. We're going to the half. 31-14. We're down 17 points. Now, the game's not over at this point. There's no need to change what you're doing. There's no need to change how you're playing. Continue to run the ball. You have a ton of clock left. But again, if I'm Mike McDaniel, I'm thinking to myself, we can't stop their offense. Our defense cannot stop their offense. So every time we score, they're going to score. So we're constantly going to be down by three scores. We need to do something here. So after the half, I love this play. Now, this is I formation. You have Raheem Mostert, Alec Ingold, and you have Tyreek Hill here. They are full on 100% expecting Raheem Mostert to get this ball right up the gut, right, and have Alec Ingold blocking. And then you have Tyreek coming around this way. Love this wrinkle. That's why I'm showing it to you. I think this is such a great play. They're all expecting it, except for 2 guys. 3, but he's SOL. They're all expecting it. Look at him. It's an outside run. Sorry, that is a chain. Outside run here. All expecting it. They give it to Tyreek. such a smart play by Mike McDaniel. I love it. And again, they march down the field. They do their thing. They get a touchdown. They're down, but they go for 2 points, which made no sense to me. Let me give you a little spiel here. Made no sense to me in the fact of this, right? You get the 2 points. You're down. So right now they're down 31-20. They're down by 11 points. You get the 2 points. It's what? 9 points you're down by. They don't get the 2 points like they don't. You're down 11. Or you just kick the extra point and you're down 10. Either way, you're down two scores. It made no sense to me to go for the 2 points. It like at all. You're either down 9, down 10, or down 11. No matter what, it's 2 points. It's two scores. Now, if they went for 2 and they're down 8, now it makes sense to me. You get a touchdown, you get the 2-point conversion, boom. But they weren't. They were down by 17, not 16. See what I'm saying? It made no sense to me. They go for 2, they don't get it. They're down 11, 31-20. This is the Dalvin Cook long pass. Again, they're down by 11. It's 1st and 10. They're on their own 36. And like, this is what I'm talking about. You can't let Josh Allen do these things because somebody lost containment or lost track of James Cook, and he gets it and he runs down the sideline. But if you watch the defensive line, you need to contain him. You need to contain Josh Allen, keep him in the pocket, and then you need to get pressure up the front. I know it's easier said than done, but that's what you need to do. So when he play actions and drops back, you keep him in the pocket, and then you get the pressure in his face, and that's how you sack him. That's not what happens, though. Right? Play action. No contain. There's got a whole bunch of nothing here. You got, I think this is Teron. No, this is Emmanuel Agba. Sealer, maybe? A little bit of a hold here, referee. I notice that a lot, too. Our defensive line gets held a lot. But, like, Bradley Chubb, aren't you a first-round draft pick? Get off the block. Again, I'm just like, what do we do with him? That should have been a sack if he was a good pass rusher. But I don't know. This is AVG sack here. It is 2nd and 6. They get down to the Miami 12 here. And this is kind of a coverage sack. Because look how much time he has. And again, I don't mean to pile on Bradley Chubb. All right, so first we'll count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sacked. I don't mean to pile on Bradley Chubb here, but good move on the inside. Make the tackle. Then AVG gets the sack. It's just good coverage, right? They're all covered. It's a coverage sack, 100%. Another instance of Bradley Chubb. What are you doing, man? And then finally, I'm not going to do any more. There's a lot of turnover on downs, and they scored a few more. But at that point, they kicked the field goal. The Dolphins are down 34-20. Again, they're only down 14 points. And I said this during the live stream. I said, Tua, you cannot do this when you're in this situation. The defense held them to a field goal. That's best case situation at that point. We went from being down 11 to 14. It's still 2 scores. Granted, no, it's still 2 scores. You can't do this, Tua. You just can't do this, Tua. Now, I don't know if he thought I'm looking off the safety and he's going to move over and I'm throwing it. It wasn't even close to where Chosen was going to be. It was just a horrible pass. Sailed the crap out of it. Like, did he not think the safety was going to be here? Did he not read the defense? It's 2 high safeties. Looks over here. Like, you're looking over here, which is working on this safety and pulling him down. He's going back. And you have Chosen just running a seam route. which he follows. You're down 14. It's not that much. Throw the underneath. It's first down, man. Sorry. Yeah. No, it's 2nd and 10. Throw the underneath. Look at this. Bam. Hit him. Throw the underneath. You had time in the pocket. And just sails it. It was a bad game. Sloppy, bad game. Bradley Chubb, I don't know what they're going to do with him. The offensive line, we need Connor Williams back, but they also need to never have Liam Eichenberg start ever again if they want any chance of beating any competent, competitive team. That last play by Tua, it's like I said, I got frustrated because you're down by 14. You can't make dumb throws like that. But this game wasn't lost by Tua. This game was lost by the offensive line, the defensive line, and no adjustments. To me, that's where the game was lost. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I know these film breakdowns suck, but comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with the picks. And I'll see you guys physically on Saturday or Sunday. Again, if you see me Saturday, say hi. Going to the game Sunday. Can't wait. Super pumped. Super excited. It might rain. I hope it doesn't. You guys from Miami, let me know if it's going to rain or not, if it's going to hold up. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. But like usual, stay classy and fins up.